What's up, everybody? I'm Saget, and we're starting Pokemon Platinum today. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm very excited. I love these games. Or I guess this game. This is a third version. I think this is the first time we're playing a third version. Yeah, every other time we've done a... Hold on a second. Is my mouse visible? No. Every other time we've done a... part of a pair. This is our first time doing a third version, so that's exciting. I am back on the emulator, and we're going to be done with Cart for a good while. I do think this is the best Pokemon game. It's a very good game in general. I mean, I don't know. I definitely wouldn't call it the best game of all time, but it's up there. Like, I think it's got a fair argument, and I don't know. Maybe non-Pokemon fans would think that's a ridiculous statement, but it's really, really good. So, I'm excited to get started. So here, boy. Yes. And we are going to be able to do a normal, non-all uppercase name. Okay. We're just gonna rock with Barry. There's part of me that wants to name him Pearl, since that's his name in the Pokemon Adventures manga, but I'll just stick with the simple Barry. Okay. So yeah, this is pretty different from Diamond and Pearl, where he's talking about the raging Gyarados or whatever. Okay, so here's Barry, and he's pretty annoying at the beginning of this game. I won't lie. I do think he's a pretty solid rival in the grand scheme of things, but definitely annoying at the start here. Okay. So yeah, the beginning of this game is pretty much made up of you chasing him around, and he's doing all kinds of nonsense. So now we can go north here. And Barry's devised a brilliant plan. So you can't go into the tall grass, because the Pokemon will attack you. Here's his brilliant plan. Just run. If you run, they can't encounter you. Which, honestly, that makes sense to me. But then, here's the professor to put a stop to that. Okay. And now I think we're good to pick our starter. This is another great group of starters. I said in Hoenn that they've got probably the most solid trio, but this is another one where it's like there really is no bad choice. I really like all three of them. I probably like Infernape the least, but that's not saying much because Torterra and Empoleon are both two of my favorites. So, we're going to go with Piplup. It's just really cool, and there's going to be another opportunity for me later to use one of the others, so I don't need to use it right now. So, yeah. The Professor and Dawn leave. And we're going to get into our first rival battle. And yeah, this one's kind of not like tough, but it's just a little slow. Did a Battle Revolution. Oh, that's cool. Okay. So if it lets me, I want to check our nature real quick. It will not let me. So yeah. Yeah, he's gonna like spam withdraw till he's at max. So it's kind of lame, but we just gotta hit pound like 15 times and eventually we should win. So maybe we have a defensive nature or something, which wouldn't be the greatest. We'll see. Hopefully it's not a bad one. I need to pull up the natures chart again. But yeah, that is our first fight with Barry. A resounding victory. And big level up there. I'm not sure when we get Bubble. I'll have to pull that up. Okay, so now we go home and talk to our mother. And here's Barry again. And this guy's a moron, I'm not gonna lie to you. He wants to go catch the legendary at Lake Valor? Is it Valor? It's Verity, okay. Valor, I think Valor is the one by Pastoria. Ooh. It's been a little bit since I played this. Okay, so here is Cyrus. Okay, first thing I want to point out, the lake theme is one of the best songs in Pokemon. It's pretty incredible. And here's Cyrus, and you know, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I also think that Cyrus is the best like villain in Pokemon, and Team Galactic in general is really good. Plasma's very popular, and I understand why. Plasma's very good, but I just like Galactic a little more. It's a very cool villainous team. Oh yeah, and that was Mesprit crying out, and Barry thinks we can catch it. And then he remembers we don't have any Pokeballs. So yeah, brilliant plan from Barry there. But we can be on our way to Sand Gem Town now. Alright, so here we are in Sand Gem. And this is Dawn. Again. Barry with the valuable input. Yeah, a lot of great songs in this game. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and nickname Piplup now, and we're gonna call it Gunther. Has a bit of a double meaning, which is great. I love nicknames that are like that have multiple different implications. But yeah, he's gonna yap for a little bit. And I think Dawn just threatened to kill us if we're ever mean to our Pokemon, which is a little strange. So he's giving us the Pokedex. Very cool. So yeah, pretty standard beginning of the game stuff. And we get the TM for return, which is a great move. It was pretty much the signature move of Pidgeot in our first Leaf Green playthrough. And then Absol had it when we played Sapphire, and that was pretty strong. And we're getting a little tour. So yeah, I have now chosen 2 Fire-type starters and 2 Water-type starters. So, unfortunate for the Grass types. Okay, so here's Starly, and assuming that this one has a usable nature, this will be the next member of the team. So yeah, Starly's a natural choice in these games. I mean, Staraptor's just incredible. Hopefully I can catch it within 2 Pokeballs. Alright, excellent. And we're going to call you Grayson. And I'll add Starly to the overlay. Nice. Okay. Here's Jubilife City, and here's Dawn. And she's going to tell us to go to the Pokemon School. Oh yeah, but this is Looker. This is our first introduction to Looker, and he's a ridiculous character. I still, to this day, don't really understand his role. You must inform me of bad guys. You must inform me of any happenings. Okay. Will do. Alright, so yeah, here's the trainer school. And here's Barry. And this is how we get our hands on a town map. Okay, now we can get our Poketch. And I think the Poketch is pretty cool. There it is. It's a calculator for some reason, step counter. And this is the screen I usually keep it on, it's just the party. So I'm going to go north and fight a couple trainers. I believe there are a few up here we can fight. Alright, and here is Barry for our second fight. And he's got a pretty similar team to us. He's just going to have Starly and his starter. So we've led with Gunther. And a few bubbles should take this out, no problem. It's going to keep growling even though I'm using a special attack. That's a lot of experience. Not quite a level up, but I'm going to switch anyway, just because, you know, if we stay in, it'll take forever to kill this Turtwig, but we can go to Grayson and just wing attack like twice, and it'll probably be dead, so... Yeah, I mean, Starly is such a dominant early game Pokemon. Great stabs right off the bat. You get wing attack and quick attack, and, it's just really reliable. And just like that, Turtwig is done. That's a ton of experience. We're definitely going to level up. Big level 10. And yeah, that's Barry the second time. Not too much of a challenge. That's the last time I'll ever lose. I'm sorry, man. Okay, let's go heal up real quick. And then we can come back and fight a couple trainers on this route, and then we'll be in Orberg. Alright, and here's this guy. I think he's just going to give you Rock Smash right away. Alright, and that we do. Get Rock Smash. And we'll have to catch a Bidoof pretty soon to use that. Alright, so we've arrived in Orberg City, and instantly this kid's gonna show us around, or tell us where the gym's at, or whatever. And And here's Barry. So let's go ahead and talk to Barry. And he says the gym leader is not here because he's in the coal mines. So that's where we're going to go next. And here's Rourke, who's going to show us how Rock Smash works. And then he's going to go back to the gym. So we can now go challenge him. Okay, here we've got the first gym leader, Rourke. And I won't say he's tough, especially because I'm a little higher level than I usually am when I fight him. So really we shouldn't have any problems with his first 2 Pokemon at all. His third Pokemon can definitely tear you apart if you are not careful. So let's just take this out with a bubble, should be no problem. Easy one-shot there. And then hopefully the same thing happens with this Onix. It might live... Oh, it's faster than us. It does just go for Stealth Rock, though, so... should not affect us if we never switch. Oh, okay. But at least he burns a potion here. Oh, and it doesn't even heal him up all the way, so... Easy KO there. And we do level up to 15 from that. And we want to learn Peck. Oh yeah, we'll learn Peck. May as well. It's good coverage for grass types and whatnot. Okay, next is Cranidos. Yeah, we'll stay in on this. I definitely think Gunther's our really only shot at taking this out. And yeah, this thing's strong. Mold Breaker. It's at outspeeds. Okay, that didn't do too much. The flinch kind of sucks. Hopefully this does a good chunk. Okay, Oh, do I have a super potion? I do. Alright, that's huge. Because this thing's doing enough damage to outpace potions, pretty much. Right, it's doing about 17, so we'd have to use a lot of potions to be in a safe range. But, if this doesn't flinch, we should... that's my fault. You know, I spoke that into existence. So now we've got to stall with potions pretty much until we're at like 20 HP. And that will probably take all of the ones we have. And even then, we can just flinch again and it's all for nothing. Or get crit. Oh, it goes for Pursuit here. Okay, so that's a huge deal. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for Bubble. Alright. So there it is. That was not very difficult. We were definitely in a tight spot for a second there, but... Yeah, that's Rourke. And then he gives us the Coal Badge. I forgot what it was called for a second. The Coal Badge and the TM for Stealth Rock, which is pretty worthless, in my opinion. Yeah, just not a very good move in like a regular playthrough, but... Alright, so we're gonna have a double battle with these hooligans. And yeah, this is Team Galactic. And they all have bowl cuts for some reason, and I think they're really cool, honestly. So, Grayson's gonna be up front. Let's go for let's go for Glameow. I think it has the potential to be more annoying. Luckily, we didn't get faked out on that turn. We did get screeched, though. Okay. So I'm just going to quick attack there. Make sure that we secure that KO. Nice. Crit probably did not matter. And our defense is very low, so hopefully Chimchar takes care of this Stunky. There's an Ember. Okay, I think with a wing attack we might be able to finish this off. Okay. Alright. So I assume Chimchar will take it out here. Very nice. And I think we'll level up, maybe. We do. Alright, so we're going to see our first evolution. And yeah, they're freaking out because they lost. And there is Staravia. So yeah, not only is Starly already super good, but then you get Staravia very early, like it's level 14, and it can just shred through the early game. So yeah, that was Team Galactic. And they kind of stink at Pokemon battling. And there's that double battle done. Funny enough, Grayson actually also evolved after a double battle, but here's Gunther. And there's Prinplup. Oh, that's a cool cry. I feel like Prinplup gets a lot of hate, and I don't understand it. Like, I think Prinplup is awesome. We're getting to learn Metal Claw here. Yeah, let's learn that. We can get rid of Growl. And there we go. Okay. So here is Mars, and this is our first time fighting Mars or any of the commanders of Team Galactic. And they are pretty tough, actually. Definitely a little tough. So yeah, this first fight is typically quite the struggle. I mean, they have Pokemon that are fully evolved quite early in the game. So, we're going to lead off with Gunther. And let's go for a pluck and let's see what happens. See how much it does. Around half. Alright. So we're chilling. Another bite. And let's go for Bubble. Alright, excellent. So we gain some experience there. Okay. So next is Perugly. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch in Grayson. And this will give us an Intimidate drop, which is very useful. And Perugly's pretty much always going to go for Fake Out on the first turn, so I'm just going to switch into Gunther again. Or maybe I should have gone to Beelzebub. So there's the Fake Out. Let's see how much this does. Okay, not too much at all. So first I want to go for a Bubble. How much is this going to do? Oh, that was a crit. Of course it was. Okay. So there's a Bubble. Hopefully we get the speed drop. We don't. So I am going to heal. I don't like healing, but I feel like it's pretty necessary for me to heal right here. Puts me at 28. How much is this going to do? Okay. Now we need to use Pluck to get rid of its Oran Berry. And that's going to give us a little more survivability. And then let's go back to using Bubble. It's probably doing slightly less damage than Pluck, but If we get that speed drop, that's going to be really big. And it goes for feint attack here. How much is this going to do? Okay. Speed drop? No. Alright. So yeah, it's just going to go for feint attack, and that is going to take us out. But honestly, this is prime position for Grayson to come in. We get another Intimidate drop, but honestly, it probably won't matter. I think a quick attack will just do it from here. So yeah, that was not too bad at all. Obviously, I did have to use a heal, and I had a Pokemon go down, but pretty much went to plan. Endeavor, I'm not going to learn Endeavor. Pretty worthless move, in my opinion. Alright, and that is Commander Mars. So, I'm going to go ahead and put honey on 3 trees. And then I'm going to have to stop streaming for the moment and come back in 6 hours and see if we get the Pokemon I want. Okay, so a lot has happened since you last saw me. It's only been a couple seconds for you, but for me it's been a day and a half. So, long story short, I did like 5 cycles of just waiting the 6 hours, and I wasn't having great luck. So I looked into it, and if you're using an emulator, you can actually change your PC's time, and it will advance. So if you don't know, like if you try to do that on your Nintendo DS, the game will recognize that you've changed the time and say, nope, you don't get any time-based events for 24 hours. So yeah, luckily you're able to change it on PC and advance these cycles really quickly. And yeah, Cherubi is the Pokemon that I was looking for. And actually, this is not my first time encountering this Cherubi. I've actually already caught one, but it was a really bad nature. And you can actually reset. Once the encounter is there, it is there. You can reset, and you'll get the same Pokemon, but it will be different, like, values and stuff. So, this is actually... that was scary. So yeah, hopefully this one's a good nature. And it's recovering a good amount of health, so... let's throw a ball at it. So yeah, that's why it's pretty visibly dark in the room right now, and it's daytime in the game. It's because the in-game time right now is 6:30 a.m. on Thursday, I want to say. Yeah, that sounds right. And the real-life time is 12:30 a.m. on Wednesday morning. Pretty much. So yeah, anyway, if I can get my train of thought back together, we're going to call you Minori. Hey everyone, so unfortunately, the second time I streamed Platinum, OBS kind of messed up. I also kind of messed up. It was a mutual mess up. Basically, my mic was set in OBS to default, and for whatever reason, this time I streamed, OBS didn't pick my main microphone as the default, so there is no like commentary at all in these last few minutes. I wanted to include more footage from this stream, but I just wanted to include the most important bits since there's no commentary and it's kind of awkward. But yeah, there were about 3 hours of footage with no commentary, and that's a little disappointing, but anyway, enjoy the rest of the video, and thank you.